guys, this is Marissa, and yes, I caved and got one of these designer toys. This is the Creator Micro from Work Louder in collaboration with Figma. And in this video, I'll be giving you guys a super honest review of this guy, whether or not this speeds up my design process, some use cases, real life examples, how to set it up. But before we start, a quick disclaimer. I am not a mechanical keyboard girly, and this Apple Magic keyboard is the only keyboard I own, so I'll be looking at this with a fresh pair of eyes. But yeah, let's do some unboxing. It's a tiny keyboard that you can customize all the keycaps in order to access your Figma shortcuts faster. There's also this QR code for tutorials and links to their Discord community. And I have to admit, the colors really did it for me. I just thought it would be such a cute addition to my desk. Let's do a sound check. It is slightly slanted at an angle, and I think that is an ergonomic design decision. It comes with a rubber ring so it doesn't slide all over your desk, and that is all we got from the box. One thing that surprised me was that it's not wireless, and you need a USB-C cord to connect it to your laptop. And I'm all about a no cord setup. I already have more than enough cords at my desk. It's not plug and play. You have to configure the keys yourself, which is a good thing. We all have different preferences. My favorite shortcuts might not be your favorite. You're gonna open this program called Via to authorize your device and map the keys and dials. I also found that this program works best on Chrome, and don't be alarmed, the interface is fairly new to me as well. It took me a couple tutorials to get a hold of it. If you're new, the most important things to know are 1. The key map layer and the macros. Let's say you want the upper left button to be letter A. What you're gonna do is select the key you want to remap and go down here to select which function you want that key to behave. I'm just selecting A here from this list, and it just auto-saves. What I found to be super helpful was using a Figma community file to think through which configurations I used the most and plan it out before remapping it on Via. I knew I had a specific shortcuts I use on a daily basis, so I'm just grouping them based on my workflows. We got 3 layers to work with, so mine was basic and components, the second one was alignment, and then video editing. If you hit Shift-Control ? On Figma, it will give you a list of all the essential shortcuts. So that might help kicking things off. Let's say I want to make these 2 bottom keys to add and remove auto layout. I'm just going to type them here. It's just going to make remapping so much easier. Now that I have all the keys planned out, we're gonna go back to Via and let's talk about macro. So I showed you guys earlier how to do a single key mapping, but macro is good for when you have a shortcut that consists of more than 1 key, and that is most of the shortcuts on Figma. So let's delete these examples first by just replacing it with an empty key. And then you're gonna go to the key map layer, which is the little book icon, select macro, and click on an empty key and assign M1 and M2. So I want M1 to be previous tab and M2 to be next tab, so I can quickly switch between files like my example on the right. So I usually have a playground design file open, a design system file open, and a dev handout file open, and being able to switch between them super quickly is gonna be very helpful. Alright, let's set up M1. Go to macro layer, which is this little dot icon. We're gonna assign function to this macro. I did mine already, but I'm gonna delete it so we can do one together. So I know the shortcut for previous tab is Command Option left arrow. The thing I don't like about this is you can't just type in Command Option arrow. They have their own terminology and a GitHub spreadsheet that you can refer to. So apparently command is KCLGUI. It doesn't really matter which column you copy it from, so I'm just pasting it over here, and don't forget the curly bracket, and then I'm also copying Option over as well as the left arrow key. I am not a mechanical keyboard girly, so this setup was really overwhelming for me. And then for M2, I wanted to navigate me to the next tab on Figma, and the shortcut for that is Command Option right arrow. So I'm just switching the code here from left to right arrow, as you can see here. Let's see if this works. Ultimately, the micro keyboard is still meant to complement the full keyboard, and trackpad to your setup is not going to replace it. I cannot remember which key is which, and I keep referring to this file. I think they sell an additional sets of keycaps with different icons printed on them, so make sure to get that. My goal for this is to be able to use my shortcuts without looking away from my screen or looking down at my keyboard. But I don't know, maybe I just need a custom keycap and some getting used to. These are compatible with other tools as well, like Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, CapCut, but I will put that to test later. It's a bit of a learning curve for sure, otherwise great keyboard. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's kind of a different content than what I'm used to. And if you want one of these, be sure to follow me on Instagram for instructions, and let me know if you have any questions about the keyboard in the comments. If not, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!